Okay, so I thought we would try to draw the lotus. So there's what we'll draw. So we'll start in the middle of your paper. And I'll just put mine in the middle here. And so when we draw a lotus, what you have to do is you have to kind of get used to drawing this shape, an S curve. There's a lot of S curves in drawing. So, and it's got a pointed end, and then you're just going to come back to the middle. So that's like one side of the petal. Then we're going to draw the other side of the petal, and maybe just stop there. And then we can start to build some of these petals. Alright, so then we're going to draw another S curve, maybe going up that way. And again, make a pointed shape and come back to the center. So let's just repeat what we did before. Now we can put a little bit of gray down here, and that'll make it look like it's underneath. So let's do one going this way. See, I just naturally came back and forth like that. Kind of go up, and then an S curve down. And maybe here, maybe we could go like this, like a point like that. Like you're making that same curve, but go up a little bit. And then maybe come around and down like that. So now we're looking more sort of into the center of a petal. So let's see, I think we should maybe think about a petal maybe coming out and down like that. So one that was coming down. So we're going to go back like that. And then we're going to go out this way and back. So it's like we're looking down on the petal, sort of. So like an S curve. And then we can just sort of make it thin up here, and it gets wider and wider. Like that. So we'll just kind of, like, if you look at a lotus, there's the sides of the petals. So this is like you're kind of looking down on one. So let's look down on another one. We're just kind of go this way. And then, okay, I'll let you get that. Go that way. And then the big part of the petal comes up and meets it. The lotus flower grows one petal at a time. So it's kind of nice that we're drawing it that way, one petal at a time. So just to know the, well, I guess we should go all the directions. So we've gone up, we've gone down, we've gone this way. Now let's maybe do one going this way. You're going to go down and out. Make it and then come back. can make it a little bit of, not go too far. And then we can get another petal in there. So it would go down and up. Make it pointed and back. From there, it can go like that. The seed of the lotus is a really cool thing, so I thought we could just draw like a sort of an oval there. And you know, we can just put some dots in it for now. But when it grows, when it makes a really very cool seed pod. We can just put some little things coming out from all the way around it, maybe. And we could draw, let's see, let's draw another petal, like it's coming down and out this way. And then start back. Skinny, and it gets wider and wider as it goes out. And then you can draw the other side of it. So that's kind of a, see how it looks like a petal on the side view of a petal. This is looking down on it. And we can just put it kind of gray underneath the seed pod. So we could do another one. I'm thinking another one looking down on it there. So the lotus is one of the most ancient flowers. Well, it's a very, very ancient flower. And it's thought to be one of the first, what's called a dicot, which is a type of flowering plant. And the flowering plants weren't here before the dinosaurs. Okay, so let's just do that. So when the dinosaurs came about, then we got flowering plants. And so, and like I said, there's two types of flowering plants, monocots and dicots. And the lotus is one of, what they think, the first dicot. It has a few attributes of the monocot. It has to do with it has sort of a little hairy, the root is sort of got a hairy sort of a, so I'm just kind of going you kind of know how to go out to the right, and the way you go out to the left is just kind of, going down and up. And actually they would get smaller. We're seeing the bigger leaves in the front. Like, watch this. I'm going to just do like just a little one back here. You see that? I could do just just a tiny bit of one. Maybe I could do that and come down here and catch the bottom of it. So hopefully you're getting kind of the character, a little bit of the character of the lotus. The lotus is of course, it's in the water. They grow with the lily pads, and they grow in mud. Let's see. And maybe up here to do another one. Maybe we want to do one like that. A pointed leaf coming down like that. And if you wanted to show the sides of the lotus, you might do something like that to show the petals that they're all rounded. So if we were looking down on them, they might look something like that. They say that when the continents drifted apart, there's actually, so the continents drifted apart. And so there's two types of lotuses. One is in the Americas, and the other one started, like in China. That's what they said in this article that I read. And the orchids that are in China are either white or pink. So I thought we would take out a little bit of pink. And I used a color called Tickle Me Pink. So I'm just going to kind of outline the end of the lotus plant, the flower, so that it doesn't smear. I find that if you outline crayons, then they won't smear. So I'm just kind of putting just a little bit of pink. I'm still leaving quite a bit of white, just a little hint of pink in there. I was in Taiwan and I saw a ton of colors of lotuses. So when I'm not saying that there's only these type of lotuses, but I guess these must be the original lotuses, is what I'm sort of thinking of. And then maybe that inside might be yellow. So you can kind of, balance out your lotus, whatever you think would look good. You could put a leaf wherever you think would look good. Some of those, some sideways ones. We're going to make it a little bit darker in the center. And then I was thinking, because it's going to look nice if it stands out with some color, I thought I would just take a ruler and put one in a half a circle. So first I'm going to draw my ruler. And then I'll just take just a simple little compass here and put it in a semicircle. Okay, so like I said, the lotus, sometimes they're always on a stem. But I'm just going to draw this one like it's just right above the lily pad. So the lily pad leaf is, kind of a rounded sort of a leaf. would probably be another one somewhere in the pond. So you can put your leaves wherever you want. Maybe there's another one like that. So you just put your lily pads wherever you want. And then I'm going to just take, this is a color called asparagus, nice dark green. I'm going to outline the outside of the lotus. So when I was thinking about what quote to do with the lotus, one of them that I thought of was, seek to build, not destroy. That's by Donald Walsh. Seek to build, not destroy. So you could build up people's spirits. You could build, if there's an argument, you could build the bridge. My father was a builder. He wanted to get up every day just about and build things. So I kind of grew up in a household of building things was like the most fun thing to do. Build things, make things. So seek to build, not destroy. So when you see someone's sandcastle, you don't want to go knock it down. So that's a good idea. Seek to build, not destroy. Okay, so then there was another one I was thinking about. I'm going to pick a different green this time. This one's called Forest Green. These are just the greens in the crayon box that I think look really natural, kind of. And then I like to put yellow on top of greens. This is how I like to color one row, then another row, then another row. So you got all those white spaces. But then you color it the second time, and a lot of those white spaces disappear, and it looks really great. And then I just go get the little edges, little white spaces on the edges. And then I scribble color, kind of lightly. Get a nice organized colors underneath, and then you can scribble color on the top. Maybe I'll put a little yellow on top of that one too. This is goldenrod. So the other one I was thinking about doing is, the other quote I was thinking about was, a man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. So you have to be careful what you think of. If you can't stop thinking bad thoughts, then just start thinking about things you're thankful for, maybe. That's a good way to practice good thoughts. Just think about, oh, I'm so thankful it's not raining, or I'm thankful it is raining. Oh, I'm so thankful that person smiled at me. I'm so thankful I can smile. So anyway, you can also use pencil on top of crayon. See, like right here, I thought it would look nice if the lotus stood out a little bit more, if it was a little bit darker under that. If the green was just a little bit darker. You could do it with a crayon, but you could also kind of play with a pencil on top of crayon. I like to do that. And I thought it would be nice to put a little bit of water in there, just so that we know that the lotus plant, the lotus flower, is in the water. Which may be why it's one of the first flowers of that type, is because everything was water for a while. Or there was a lot of water. And things started coming out of the water, right? So maybe that's why. Another thing about I like to use a little bit of sky blue with a little bit of periwinkle. I don't know, I think it makes things look really watery. Like when I draw snowflakes or other things. I'm going to turn my paper. It's a little easier to outline it this way. So, what a man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks he becomes. So be careful what you think. Think good thoughts. Think about building things, not destroying things, right? Think about teaching other people how to draw the lotus. And so I'm going to put a little periwinkle on it. What else? The seed of the lotus has a really, really hard shell, and there's a Chinese saying that it says the lotus seed will never decay in 1,000 years. And they've actually found seeds in China and dated them to be 2,000 years old. So that's a pretty amazing seed to last that long. So there's another quote that I was thinking about putting with this lotus, and that one was, it's not so much the journey that's important as the way we treat those we encounter and those around us along the journey. So it's not so much where you get and how you get there and things like that. It's how do you treat the people along the way, and the people that are around you. How do you treat them? So I guess the idea there is that we want to, get better at treating, nicely the people around us. And we can all get better at all that stuff. Okay, let's see, what else did I learn about the lotus? It comes out during the day and it closes up at night. Interesting. So I thought it would look nice if we put a black outline on the outside of the lotus. Drawing if you went to China, you would see these along the Yangtze River and the Yellow River. So that's kind of neat. This ancient flower. So there's 3 kinds of leaves on the lotus. One is called a coin leaf, which is a really small leaf when it comes right to the surface. The other one is a floating leaf, which is right next to the water, floats on the water. And the other one is called a standing leaf, and it comes out of the water on a stem. So I'm going to draw 2 lines to put a quote on. 1, 2. So you can put whatever quote you want under your lotus. I'm going to do the one about the thoughts. A man is but the product of his thoughts. I thought I would just play a little. This is a song, it actually is called Lotus. So I just thought it might be nice to play a little music. Okay, so I just thought it'd be nice to hear a little music from China. And it was called the Lotus. I was closing out of my program here, and I was searching my computer, and this song came up. It's like, oh, that's perfect. So I had to come back on and play it for you. So hopefully you'll go and someday and see some lotuses in China.